Good afternoon, and welcome to the Wine and Real Estate Blog. I'm Mark Reinoso with Barrett Financial, and my guests today are Jamey Santangelo and Josh.Goldberg. Today we're going to be drinking some Walla Walla wine and talking about loans. Today we're checking out a 2013 El Pistolero from El Corazon. I feel Spanish today. This winery is out of Walla Walla, owned by Spencer Sievers.
Walla Walla.
Walla Walla. And God, I love this wine, and I actually love the winery. I want to tell a little bit of stories. I came across this this winery about 8 or 9 years ago out of a shop in Portland where I spend a lot of time, and I just love their wines. And they were just fruity and fruit forward and thick and had a lot of chutzpah. I mean, just really, really almost like a meal in itself. Peppery, tanniny. And so, a really cool story. I just Googled them and I called up the winery and I got this person answering the phone and he's like, yeah, and he's breathing heavy. And I was like, the hell? I mean, like, who did I call? And I go, hey, I'm looking for El Corazon Winery. He goes, yeah, that's me. I'm the owner. Sorry, I was just rolling around barrels in the basement. And immediately, I was like, this is a one-man band.
Doing his own dirty work.
I fell in love with this guy, and the guy's a freaking rock star. He is so much fun, and he travels all around the inland Northwest and Northwest. And his bottles, you can't get them here. I have them shipped down. You have to buy a case. And they are just, if you like meaty reds and really bold flavors, it's amazing. So this is a Bordeaux blend. Malbec, Carmenere, Petit Verdot, Merlot, Cab Sauvignon, and Cab Franc. So, let's drink up. Cheers, guys.
Is now a good time for us to take out our gum?
Playing the practical jokes already.
Just sticking on the bottom of the glass.
Oh boy, okay. This is a reenactment of the movie Sideways, apparently. So, these guys, cheers. Cheers. This is awesome. It's thick. It's big and juicy. It's fruit forward. This is something you pair that with elk. You pair that with moose meat. Any type of thick steak with like a blue cheese. You can pair that with. Do not pair this with a salad or any fish or anything light. This has to. You need lamb, something big and juicy with this. So.
I just took my piece of gum underneath the table.
This is cool. We're like in 6th grade again, except we're drinking wine. This is really great. Well, thanks for coming out, guys. Even though I work here, we rarely talk.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, definitely. So I know you guys have been in the business as mortgage brokers. Josh, how long have you been in the business?
Been doing it 17 years.
Really?
Been here at Barrett 7. You're the one who first brought me here, so yeah.
Cool. How about you, Jamey?
26 years.
Really?
Since 1991, right when I graduated from college, I got into it.
That is crazy.
So, yeah.
Yeah, it's the only thing you've ever done.
That's all I've ever done.
Same
I worked
thing.
for Beneficial Finance was the name of it back in Colorado, and I learned how to process and post payments and turn in loans to underwriting. And,
yeah.
So you could say I went to be a broker for 12 years. Then I moved here for like 13 years. I was a retail lender, and I thought, God, I gotta get back to the broker world. So
yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. So you haven't been a broker your whole life. You've been in both.
I was broker half my career, and then half as a retail lender.
And then you've been a broker most everything.
The whole time. 17 years. Yeah.
So let's get into it. There's a lot like after Dodd-Frank and all that regulatory stuff that came on, and everyone talks about it. Let's talk about the advantages of being a broker, versus a banker. So,
I'll tell you, this is what, when I have clients that I talk to about, banker versus broker, it is, if you call Wells Fargo, you're getting one deal, one rate. If you're calling, another lender, you're just getting what they can do. I mean, we got so many different lenders we can use, get the best deal for our borrowers, and they're only talking to us versus having a processor and an underwriter and a coordinator and getting passed around at other banks. And, oh, by the way, our rates are lower and our fees are lower.
So the rates are lower.
Yeah.
I mean, I know that, but...
Yeah.
From government up to a half a point lower, conventional at least a quarter.
So 0.5%.
For sure.
0.5% lower.
Yeah.
And that's huge. I mean, I think a lot of times, and you guys know this as well as I do, I feel like realtors like the stability of working with this big bank, and they know that they have this big bank behind them. But I feel
or
like
even the big retail mortgage companies, they feel like they have the security behind that, not just the banks.
Right, and now while they might be just awe-inspiring and confidence-inspiring, you know, that only lasts for 30 to 45 days, and then you're left with a mortgage with a rate that's not that great.
Without a doubt. So it's funny because I was with a retail lender before coming here, before getting back into the broker world, and all of my old coworkers called me up and they asked me, so don't you feel like you've lost control of your loan, and how is underwriting, and how is processing, and quite frankly, it's the exact opposite. I feel like I have more control of my loan now, because when we take a loan app and they go under contract, within 5 days of them signing their disclosures, we have them in underwriting. So within, 7 business days, we have an underwriting result, and then our processor is going to process the loan to the underwriting results, so everything's a lot simpler.
So why do you think that sometimes brokers get a bad rap? Because you hear some of that a little bit. People go like, oh, he's just a broker.
Fake news.
Because it's not a big bank.
It's not.
Because we're not advertising. You're not going to see a financial commercial.
What's your favorite part of the Valley? I mean, not to live, but like for people to buy. Like, what's an underappreciated kind of a new area?
Gilbert. I like Gilbert.
You like Gilbert?
But Gilbert's, I live in Gilbert. I know a lot of people are like, oh my gosh, out in Gilbert.
It's great.
Everything in Queen Creek is new. Like North Queen Creek is new. Everything they're doing out there. I love being in Gilbert. Downtown Gilbert, there's so much that's gone up there in the last 2 years, 3 years.
Exactly. Plus, Gilbert has grass and palm trees, which is huge for me. I'm from Colorado, so I admit it. I kind of the desert landscape look it doesn't do it for me.
Yeah, I think we're beating Josh. I think
this is how that's working.
It is. It's a ballsy. You know, it is. I mean, these grapes are.
I still didn't realize that was actually an adjective that you can use to describe wine.
That's something I use. You know what's funny is
we all use it now. I'm also going to be using it all the time.
I will say,
ballsiest wine I've ever had.
If you ever want to, did you ever see the movie French Kiss?
No, I haven't.
Okay, it's kind of a chick flick. My wife loves it. But if you ever want to sound cool about wine, you remember this phrase. And people go, "How's that wine?" You just go, "Bold with a hint of sophistication." That really means nothing.
Ballsy.
Top 3 movies right off the top of your back. Your desert island movies. If you're stuck on a desert island.
Shawshank Redemption.
Oh, it's great.
I love a good revenge story where he.
Is that revenge though?
He gets it in the. You know, he gets him back in the end. Kind of. He escapes. He gets mentally right.
You're right. He gets everybody back.
He gets everyone back.
And he gets the dough.
Yeah.
Which is the huge
To
part.
me, I just thought about he escaped, but you're right. He gets everybody back.
Yeah.
And he gets a bunch of
that whole movie is wrapped up in a gigantic bow.
Yeah.
And that's another movie that you would never watch in theaters, but you watch it on TBS every Saturday afternoon.
Yeah.
Every
It's
time
on all the time.
Like the Green Mile. When the Green
Mile's great. It's awesome.
I watch that every time.
And you know what else you watch? This is really weird. Waterworld. It's the movie. No, I mean literally, it's the shittiest movie ever.
I can't remember. I've seen it plenty of times. I can't remember the last time.
I will tell you this: Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil, Academy Award, right? Sophie's Choice, Academy Award winner.
Are these your movies?
No.
Okay.
I'm just saying. Waterworld didn't win any awards, but guess what's shown on TV every Saturday? You don't ever see Sophie's Choice. You don't see Kramer versus Kramer. You don't see Terms of Endearment. You see fucking Waterworld. Sorry, you see screw it.
I think Waterworld, by the way, was the biggest losing
horror
gross movie.
Horrible movie.
Yeah, money wise.
The Postman was actually better. Yeah, it was. Well, I like those post-apocalypse. Okay, so sorry.
Guilty pleasure movie.
No, Shawshank Redemption.
I know, but my guilty pleasure movie,
okay.
Rockstar. With
Tom Cruise?
No. Rockstar with Marky Mark.
I
never saw that.
Are you kidding me?
No.
It is also on all the time, and I might or might not
have
the CD of the songs from that movie.
Show us your Rockstar tattoo.
Yeah.
Wow,
it's
really?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so give me your third one.
Third one, The Natural.
Sports
movie.
It's great.
It's great. Yeah, that's what I'd say. That's a eclectic mix. But
no, I love that movie.
I'm a huge Godfather fan.
Yeah, how can you not? Same here.
Good lines from Godfather.
We're Italian. What do you expect?
Make you an offer I couldn't refuse.
They'll show that one 8-hour one on Showtime, and I'll watch that just from beginning to end. So.
I think Godfather 1 is amazing because I love Vito Corleone. We go on. We could have a podcast directly on. Okay, so Godfather.
The Godfathers, at least on 2, they were able to go back and start it over again without really making it weird.
Yeah,
because they did go back to the original.
Sure. All right, so Godfather. Trilogies kind of count as one. So
Jamey, you did a cameo in like Happy Gilmore, didn't you?
I did.
Yeah.
No, I do not get that joke.
Golf movie? Yeah.
Bob Barker.
Don't you want to go to your hole? Okay, so...
No, so just to let you know, I don't really have specific movies. I have like 700 DVDs at home.
No
so
kidding.
I watch, you name it. I watch it. I'm a huge...
Different movies for different, like,
all right, have you watched 50
feelings,
Shades of
or
Grey? Because if you have, I'm leaving.
I don't have that.
Okay.
I don't have that. I promise you.
I'm getting out of
But
here.
you know what? I did that as a Halloween costume. And
Really?
Did you do the shirt with different...
Your brother. I show up and I have 50 different paint samples.
Dan.
Glued to my shirt. 50 gray paint samples glued to my
Oh
shirt.
my God, that's awesome.
So you're at Home Depot and you're like, I need like a paper gray.
I go to Lowe's because I ran out of gray samples at Home
awesome.
Depot. So then I went to Lowe's to get more gray samples. And they were all different ones. So
That
I
is
take
awesome.
them all with this T-shirt. And I show up to Josh and Matt and Shannon's all over.
Yes.
And Matt opens the door and he goes, "What are you, paint samples?"
Yeah. No, you should have just wore
Like, oh my God, he
crotchless
just called me
chaps or
paint
something.
samples.
You should have wore some assless chaps. That might have been okay. So give me your third movie. Or give me.
It's true.
Yeah, I just love movies. I think it's just such a big escape, and it's nice. I mean, I find that in the loan industry, it's nonstop, and I love it. But at the same time, every once in a while, you just want to not talk to people.
Well, you guys were talking earlier about, like, you know, when you work. I feel like I'm always working.
Yeah.
You know, because
Basically
you're like, maybe before I go to bed, I'll check my email. Oh, there's 3 things I got to respond to. Which is nice, you know, as
And
a broker,
not like a 9 to 5.
we can do that from our houses, and we can, you know, or you wake up in the morning, like you're saying, 5 to 8.
But I promise you,
work.
if we're not calling customers or talking to realtors, we're thinking about
Yes.
okay, this is what I need to do for that one.
Yo, it's
And I forgot
nonstop.
to call this bar, we're back for that. Or, you know, you're always thinking.
So is that
something you
exhausting?
should be
Is that
doing.
is that exhausting? And that's my first question. And the second question, girlfriends and wives.
Yeah.
How does that play?
As
into it?
single as they come. So life is pretty easy for me.
Not exhausting. I think it's because we care a little bit more than like a bank might.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh, you're at a bank and you're one of thousands of people, and I'm sorry if your loan doesn't work out. Who cares? Because I've got 70 other loans.
Yeah.
You know,
No,
we're
it's not.
working on X number of loans a month. We know the people. We've talked to them. We care about them. So. Not exhausting, but it's more like you're mentally thinking about it a lot.
Yes.
What do I need to do to solve this problem?
Yeah,
You know, what do I got to fix with this loan? Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, let's bring it. So I think a lot of realtors watch this. We do get some readership.
Okay.
What do you want realtors to know about mortgage brokers, and then you in particular? Jamey, you go first.
Okay.
First thing they need to know about mortgage brokers is your clients are going to get the best rates and the lowest fees. Actually, no fees.
Yeah.
You really have no underwriting, no doc prep, no processing, no admin fees. So great rates, low fees, and quick underwriting.
Public. What do you want the public to know?
The public to know you're going to get the best rate,
Yeah.
no fees,
Yeah.
which is huge. Because this, like you were saying, with the bank it's a 30-day transaction, but with me it's 30 years. So
Yeah, you get great rates for
Saving
30
a
years.
half a point is for 360 months, not just good service or whatever. I don't even think the banks really give that good
No,
service.
you're right. But that's what they tout.
Anyways, but that's what they tout. So no, it's getting a great rate for the whole 30 years. So
Yeah.
Give
What
it
do
to
you
me,
think?
Jen.
So what do you want realtors to know about brokers and you?
Okay.
You in particular, and then public.
So realtors, I think it's just going to be a better experience the whole way through. You're talking to us. We care about the clients. We want the same things. You tell people all the time, we're working together. I want what you want. We're trying to get it done for them, trying to get them the best deal we can. So they're just going to have a better experience. We're going to be more responsive, more communicative. I don't know any realtors that I've worked with that have said, you know what, I really wish I would have worked with a bank.
my last realtor said, "Can you make this transaction, the last flood deal we closed, can you make this any easier?"
Yeah.
Wow.
When's the last time you had a realtor say that?
Yeah, it's better for them. Realtors don't want to be tracking down, oh God, who do I need to call now? It's in underwriting, so now I need to call the underwriter, but maybe it's the processor I need to call. Like, no. And
I see you. I see you guys in the office. I don't know if you ever put the phone down.
Yeah,
I mean, it is what it is. And you know, when you're at a bank, they got a free drone, they got a free golf thing, they got free everything. But that's because they're doing a 0.5% higher. You know. All right. So public. What do you want the public to know what's one piece of advice that you would give to the public when coming to you?
It is a real thing to have no lender and no broker fees. I hear this from people all the time. Can you actually do that? I do that on 90% of the loans that I do. Yes, it's a real thing. I would also
explain that though.
Okay, so
explain how 90% of your loans there's none and 10%
so
there is. That's
most of the time you go to, let's say, a bank or another lender, and it is just a thing that we're going to pay $9.95 in processing and $500 in underwriting, and it's like not a big deal that you're paying $1,500 in fees. And I get these quotes all the time. It's like, you do not have to pay those. Barrett Financial has 0 fees.
We don't, as a broker, they call them junk fees.
Junk fees. There is a reason they're called junk fees.
No, that's true.
And that's
real money.
That's
exchange money. That's a wine. That's ballsy wine money.
It's your first mortgage payment.
Yeah.
Some companies
wow, I love that.
$1,600.
Yeah.
That's like an average.
Or it's like, I'll talk to people this way. If I came to your door and I gave you $1,500, would you take it? Yeah. Would you be happy about it? Of course you would. For this, Mark, you were saying.
Barrett Financial, we gave you money.
Okay, so again, this is for, most of the time it's Fannie, Freddie, FHA, VA. Sure. But this is for someone who maybe doesn't have as much money down. We have conventional, not FHA, conventional 1% down products. Okay. So it is a 3% down where we have lenders that will give the 2%. Yeah. Anything up to $5,000. You can purchase a home up to $250,000, conventional loan, 1% down. It's a real thing.
Yeah, and that's
huge.
huge.
You get your sellers to pay your closing costs for it.
Right. Yes. And that's really huge.
You're paying 1%.
People love the FHA loans, and well, VA is different, but FHA loan because it's low down.
Yeah.
But their loan limits are low, and so and in the valley that's now become a real thing. Like you can't get the home you want because you're bumped up against that.
And I know you told me not to say this. I'm not going to quote a rate, but with our 1% down program, there's those Home in 5 products,
right,
which we know are what 5.5%.
Oh, yeah.
Our 1% down program is close to 1%. Less, 1 percentage point less than that.
So in other words, a normal bank loan is 30-year fixed.
So that's a 5.5%. You're doing this loan at
low 4s.
Yeah. And those Home in 5 programs aren't that. It's Home in 5, which turns into only if you have a certain credit score. So now it's Home in 4. And oh, by the way, there's going to be fees associated with that. So now we're at 3, and then we get down to 2, and it sounds great. It's not necessarily the best thing for you.
Yeah, you know, one of the programs. Well, Jamey, do you have anything you want to add about a special program? I know you do a lot of VA.
1% down. Yeah, I'm more of a conventional FHA.
I'll tell you what,
VA products are awesome here, by the way. Conventional ones are great.
I really, really, really like the 203K and the Fannie Mae Homestyle product. They suck. I hate doing them. Yeah. It's really, really hard to do, but it's great for the client.
For the client.
Because look, how many times, and I talk to agents all the time, and they're like, "Oh, I've got a lot of people on the sidelines. They want to be in this school district. They want to be in this neighborhood."
Yeah.
But and you know, whenever a house comes up on the market, what is there? There's 10 offers. There's multiples, right?
Right now. Anyway,
so how about if you just found your neighborhood and found your school district and picked the crappiest home? And you know, even a home that's perfect, the husband doesn't like the garage, the wife doesn't like the kitchen, that type of thing.
There's always problems.
So pick the crappiest home that's got dog crap and it's a hoarder home and it's for sale. Yeah, you know, the rehab loans, which is the Fannie Mae Homestyle and the 203K, yeah, you can't come in for 60 to 90 days because they're remodeling it, but you can get the home you want in the neighborhood you want, in the school district you want. It's a little bit of hassle, but once you're in, you didn't have to go through multiple biddings. You didn't pay $30,000 more for the house than you would have. The problem is a lot of realtors just want a clean transaction, and they don't see that this is something they could get buyers off the sidelines. And you know, really, we shouldn't even be touting this program because this is the hardest. This is 3 times as hard as a normal loan for loan officers.
It's extra work for sure.
But this is why I love loan officers, because we'll do that just for the home buyer, just for the realtor. We're like, look, this person hasn't bought in 3 years. They're not going to buy in another 3 years. But guess what? You know, the 90-year-old hippie just is selling his home, and guess what? We can remodel this, enlarge the kitchen, and do what needs to be done. I love that program. I love the idea of that program.
Exactly, and that's why we're in this. The borrowers.
Well, it goes back to caring. You call a bank or another lender, and someone might be like, no, it's extra work. I don't want to do that. We're just we'll help any way we can. And I was thinking about one other thing with the realtors. Like, what do you want realtors to know? How much easier is it to negotiate? Let's say if you're trying to get closing costs for for your borrower if we're saving them $1,000 to $4,000 in fees.
Oh, yeah.
Well, guess what? Now it's easier to negotiate.
Wow.
You can get under contract easier.
Realtors, we make your job easier.
Yes, all the time.
Yes.
No, I hear. Oh yeah.
I've been in this business for 26 years. I love it.
Got nothing else.
By the way, that's how three guys
let's go.
finish a bottle of wine.
Yeah, that's right. Mark Reinoso, Barrett Financial. Jamey Santangelo, Barrett Financial. Josh.Goldberg, Barrett Financial. I'm going to stop saying that. We'll be back next week with more great stuff on wine and real estate.
Wait, this is weekly?
Cheers.
What?
Don't forget to buy the ballsiest wine.
Get the ballsiest wine you can buy. Go. No, don't go. Get this. God, balls never smelled so good.
This is the ballsiest wine I've ever drank in my life.
Look at this.